All right, so I'm officially headed home from Elk City. Time for another episode of whatever the fuck this is. Bumper stickers in general, I find fascinating and annoying, but the stickers that say things like "Don't park too close, my kids will ding your shit," is insane to me. Like the idea that you would put a sticker on your car that is always true, by the way. I've never met somebody with a sticker like that had well-behaved kids. That basically says, I'm not even giving a fuck. I'm not even trying. These kids are just, they're going to do what they're going to do. Is fucking crazy. Like, you would just advertise, hey, just letting you know, it's a van, you should already know, probably got some kids in it. If you park close to it, my terribly behaved piece of shit kids are going to fuck your car up because they have never had to answer to anybody because I'm not an actual parent. I just have children. It's fucking bazonkers. I made a new word today, apparently. Bazonkers? I don't know. But, like, okay, stickers like that, like, I guess the idea of it's funny. Like, the stickers that say kids up in this bitch, it's funny. It's like, I mean, it's not anymore because I've seen 5 million of them, but the idea of it's funny. You're just notifying people that there's kids. I don't know why. I don't know, like, why you want a fucking thing on your car that says, hey, by the way, if you're into kids, I got you something. Woo! It's fucking weird. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the sticker. I don't like it when it says, watch out for my badass kids. Like, I guess this is a bigger issue in my opinion, but when people have bad kids, I've never been like, man, that kid is just naturally a little piece of shit. Because I've never seen a kid that was naturally bad. I've seen, I mean, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer or something. There's probably an exception. But I've never seen a kid that was bad unless their parents didn't give them any direction to go in. So I guess this is, it started out about a bumper sticker. We'll talk about parenting. It's a parenting episode, apparently. I don't fucking know. But there's so many people out there that they just accept that their kid is bad. And I guess this is probably going right after or very soon after the episode I did about people just accepting that so and so is a dick. This is the same thing. You just go, "Oh, my kids are little badasses. He's a little fucking asshole. He doesn't listen." Well, just gonna throw this out there. Your kid's probably smaller than you. You probably birthed them or were there when they were born. You've probably taught them how to behave. I believe our kids are a reflection of us. I think there's exceptions. There's people that don't get to be around their kids because the law stepped in for some reason or something, and occasionally that is unjust and it's not their fault. And there's people that have badass kids that it's not their fault. But more often than not, if your kids are little assholes, it's probably because you're not even giving a shit. You're not even trying to give a shit about your kid's well-being. And the thing is, like, people act like being somewhat strict as a parent or, trying to bring some order to your lives or your kid's life or providing them all the stuff that they need to go further in the world is making your kids soft, which to some extent could be true. But I would rather a kid that understands what love means than a kid that is just like, oh yeah, my dad is a person and he does stuff and like the idea that it's not your fault that your kid's a bad kid is crazy. Like it's your fault. And I don't know. My wife's a really good mom. I'm doing a decent job, I think. We'll see how they turn out. Nobody's perfect. I've definitely had moments where I didn't do it the way I should have. I've fucking yelled in front of my kids, never at my kids, but in front of my kids. My kids have definitely heard me with road rage say some fucked up shit. And the thing is, I don't think any of that makes you a bad parent. I think being a real human makes you not always, but helps. It's part of being a good parent. I think if your kids see the real you, get to have conversations with you, they talk to you on a regular basis, they can ask you questions, you answer the fucking questions, I think your kids will learn a lot from you. And if you're not a very good person or you're not doing great at life. I mean, I'm not like trying to pick on anybody, but like, let's say you're a classic loser. You can still raise great kids. Your kids can see you try, your kids can see you fuck up, your kids can see what you did wrong and still learn from you. So if you're fucking up, that doesn't mean you're a bad parent. If you're trying, you're probably a good parent. But there's so many people that don't try. They just go, oh yeah, he's just like that. This little fucker, I don't know why he's so hyper. You want a little Mountain Dew? And they give him a fucking Mountain Dew at 8 p.m. And the kid's bouncing up the walls. I don't know why he won't sleep. Because he's fucked up on little kid cocaine. It's child cocaine. I gotta keep moving the fucking camera. I'm sorry if you're watching this. The cameras. I gotta get the right camera holder for this car. But if you give your kid kitty cocaine, aka Mountain Dew, Red Bull, shit like that, and then you go, I don't know why he doesn't sleep at night. It's because you're a fucking moron. That's why he doesn't sleep at night, because you're fucking retarded. You don't understand what putting, I don't know, 180 milligrams of caffeine in a 70-pound child is gonna do, but it's not gonna fucking make them go to sleep. Like, I'm not even talking about the health concerns. Like, if you give it to them in the morning, they might play soccer better. I don't fucking know. But if your kid's all gacked out on fucking caffeine, they're not gonna sleep that good. It's just how it is. And you go, well, I drink caffeine all the time. Doesn't bother me a bit. Well, that's because you've been drinking caffeine for fucking 33 years, Carl. Fucking chill. I don't know why your name's Carl, but it's a Carl type thing to just drink 16 Mountain Dews a day. I used to work with a guy that he would bring a fucking 24-pack of Mountain Dew to work every day, and he didn't drink all of them. But he had to bring another one the next day or he'd be out by the end of the day. So he's drinking at least 12 a day. That's at work. That's only 8.5 to 9 hours of his day. Guess what he had at lunch when he goes on his lunch break? Motherfucker had a Mountain Dew. Guess how many teeth this guy had? Look, I have teeth. It cost me a lot of money to keep them in there because I didn't take care of them when I was a kid. But that's not the point. Mountain Dew's not good for your teeth. So, let's just say when the kids are like 6, maybe it's not a good bedtime snack. I don't know. Maybe after brushing your teeth, no Mountain Dew or something would be a good rule. But it's shit like that. It's like, I don't think you don't know. I don't think that you are wondering why your kid doesn't go to sleep. I think you just don't think about it. And I think if you thought about it, you would go, oh, well, when I have coffee at midnight, it's at least 3 before I can get to sleep. I weigh 450. My kid weighs 120. Huh. I just called you fat. I'm sorry. I don't know you. You probably don't weigh 450. And dude, there's probably people that weigh 450 that aren't fat. What do you think The Rock weighs? 3? 275? 240? 290? I don't fucking know. At least 250. He's a big boy. I'm going to say The Rock weighs 275 and a quarter. Anyway, that is not the point of what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the idea that it's not your fault that your kids are bad. Now, you will get dealt a bad hand sometimes. And your kids will likely have some of your bad traits and sometimes not all your good traits. And that's okay. You got to deal with that shit. One of my kids is a little feistier than the other 2. That's probably my wife's fault. I don't know. My wife's genetics, not my wife's behavior now. But couldn't be mine. I'm joking. I had a terrible temper when I was a kid. I was a fucking asshole. I basically I was a sweet kid. But if you made me mad, I would fuck your shit up. And I fucked everybody's shit up because I got mad about a lot of stuff. And I was probably 20 before I realized I wasn't mad at whatever I was saying I was mad at. It was always some internal issue. It had nothing to do with the people that I was taking out on. I was just being a dick. But when I was like 10 years old, maybe I didn't fully understand that. Now, if I'm an asshole to you, it's my fault. So think of your kid as you at their age and go, oh, wow. Yeah, I was kind of in the wrong. And had somebody told me, hey, when somebody takes the marker from you at preschool, you can't go fucking punch them in the face and call them a bitch. Now, if you have surveillance cameras at the daycare, I would encourage that kind of behavior because it's very fun to watch kids do shit like that. I love watching kids cuss and be violent. But it's not a good look. for your kid to be beating the shit out of people. Also, I don't know. I hope I don't regret saying this by finding out one of my kids is already smoking crack, but I don't think they're smoking crack. One time, this was like 2 years ago. My son's 11, so he was about 9 at the time. Some of my son's friends were in the backyard, and one of them mentioned vaping. And I don't think they were all trying to one-up each other and show off or whatever, but when they realized I'm not going to fucking... I mean, I told them that's stupid. You know, it's bad for you and you're a little kid. Like, you don't even understand the level. If you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. If you're fucking 10 years old or so, maybe don't. But I told them that, but I wasn't, like, rude. I didn't tell them, you know, you're all a bunch of fucking idiots and I'm going to tell your mommy. And then they started talking about it, and I was like, just a quick question. I'm not going to tell anybody's parents. I just want to know who all here has either vaped weed, or smoked a cigarette. And everybody except my son and one other kid, which I think that's like 6 kids. It's not like 100 kids, but a lot. They had all vaped or vaped weed. None of them had smoked a cigarette. One kid was like, well, one time my brother was smoking a cigarette, and like I thought about it, but that was it. But the vaping thing, like, it's less scary to a kid. It seems less severe to a kid. So now we got kids running around vaping that are like 12 years old, which when I was a kid, like, I had friends that were 12 and 13 that were smoking. I'm not saying it's a generational issue, but they're kids and they're fucking doing something that's really, they don't even understand what it's going to do to them in the long run. And a lot of their parents don't care. Like, their parents aren't buying them vapes and saying, hey, it's cool, but like, a lot of them won't get in trouble even if their parents find out. And a lot of people, like, their parents are going out of the way to not find out because they don't want to have to deal with it, because being a parent sucks sometimes. That's the part that sucks. You go, hey, I got to talk to you, buddy. I heard you were ripping darts in the parking lot at the fucking, I don't know where your kid's at the daycare, you little Timmy, little 9-year-old child, ripping fucking ciggies. Probably don't do that. That's not a fun conversation to have. I don't know how you have the conversation, but I don't think you say ripping darts to a little kid. I think it's going to be the vape. They're not going to hit the cigarette. They're going to hit the vape. So you could go sucking robot dicks, but then you got to explain what sucking dick is and what a dick is and why anybody would suck on it. And then your kid probably turns out gay. And that's probably better because they're not going to get anybody pregnant. And that's cool unless you want them to. And that's weird. Maybe don't do that. If you're still here 13 minutes into this, you're an interesting character and I appreciate you. But I think I've rambled enough about that topic, and I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Okay? So have a good day. But also, if you're listening on audio, go ahead and rate this podcast if it's on Apple or if it's on Spotify. If you're not following or subscribed, please follow and subscribe. I don't usually say that at the end of an episode. I feel like if you made it to this one, you're going to love all the other stuff. This was weird. Okay, bye-bye.